The primary job at Christ School is to develop a young man and his future. Coming to a school like this, they get to be the captain of their own ship. They get to make choices that have benefits. Learning to do business with adults and being their own self-advocate, I don't know if there's anything more important than that.
Yeah, relationships are at the core of what we do. We don't want people to just be passengers throughout this entire experience. We want them to be drivers.
When my son came as a 9th grader, it was kind of normal. You met your teacher on the first day of class. But after you've been here a year, it's so wonderful because by the time you go into, let's say, 10th grade and you go to see your teachers for the first time, you've already probably either had them as a coach or had meals with them in the dining hall.
I think that the relationship with teachers, especially from my experience, is just really close. So it's small classes, really intimate with the teacher. Even during extra help or after school, you can schedule meetings or even just show up.
I came to Christ School this year, so it's just been really supportive. Everybody's been really nice, and I've already met a lot of people. I can go someplace and all of the teachers know my name, which is just a great experience that you can't get in a lot of places.
Each boy comes here with a narrative, with experiences, with quirks, with a sense of humor. We like that. What we want to do is to develop that. So at graduation, I've got an 18-year-old boy crossing the stage that's fully engaged and fully functional and ready for the next step in his life.
The way the teachers teach, totally boy-centered, because they know through research that boys like a louder voice. They like a teacher that's moving around the room. The boys want to interact with the teacher.
I've gotten into things, digital photography, like that I wouldn't usually do at home or at another school.
The course load is difficult in a way, but you have people who can support you and help you through it.
The Christ School campus is located in a very unique area. We're 8 miles from downtown Asheville and all the amenities that they offer. But more importantly, we have these 500 pristine acres where a boy can be a boy. If he wants to run through the woods, if he wants to fish, if he wants to ride his mountain bike through the 5 miles of cut trails, this is just an awesome venue.
For boys, it's a dream world here in the mountains with so many outdoor adventure sports all around that they can get to quickly, but at the same time to have what downtown Asheville offers with all of the arts and the different activities. It's just a perfect location for this school.
There's a bond here, there's a brotherhood where they watch each other's backs, they support each other, whether it's on the stage in drama, whether it's on the football field, whether it's on a community service trip. There is a special camaraderie here that you can only really experience if you come and see it and meet our young men. It is one of the most impressive things and the thing that I'm probably most proud of here at Christ School.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Greenie Lacrosse on the Christ School Broadcast Network. I'm Associate AD Bobby Long alongside Will Smoots, bringing you the semifinal matchup between Christ School and Charlotte Country Day. We were here 359 days ago on this field in last year's state championship, the last time these two matched up. Christ School came away with an 18-2 victory in that game to win their first ever state championship. But if you're expecting a similar score here today, think again because the Bucks come in hungry. Will, I'm excited to watch this Charlotte Country Day offense, and they come in with a lot of firepower.
You're absolutely right. They've had 18 games scoring over 10 goals this season. I've had a bunch of guys who can score at will. If you're on the Christ School defense, you will need to look out for number 3, Phelps Thomas, and number 41, Hunter Engel.
Yeah, for sure. These sophomore studs come in with a lot of speed and agility to play at the collegiate level, and watching these guys on film, you can really see the confidence that they play with. Charlotte Country Day comes in with a 16-7 record, having pulled off a huge comeback against Ravenscroft squad last Friday in the first round of the playoffs. Trailing 4 goals heading into the fourth. Will, how are they able to get it done?
The Bucks found themselves down 11-7 with just about 12 minutes left to play, but they were able to score 6 unanswered goals, and the final friend to come out with a huge win. Hunter Engel and Phelps Thomas, the 2 sophomores for the Bucks, led the way with over four goals each in that game.
Yeah, huge win for Charlotte Country Day to make another appearance in the state semifinals. The Greenies come into this game having defeated Cannon School last Friday 13-2. It was an ugly game for the Greenies offense, but will the defense for Christ School has been tough to get past this year.
You're right, Bobby. With Alex Byron and Max Bree leading the way, guys like McNichols, Dyer, and Lilly really stepped up for the Greenies this year. And when you have a guy like Bo Hekimovich in goal, it's going to be tough to score on.
Yeah, Bo has been incredible for Christ School. He has a high save percentage. He has the ability to save shot attempts from point-blank range. And with him in goal, the Greenies always have a good chance to get it done. He's just a sophomore now, been starting for Christ School since 8th grade. But a big question is the Greenies' offense. They were sloppy when we saw them play against Cannon School in the quarterfinals. Hopefully, that's just an aberration. So we weren't sure if that was weather, if nerves were a factor, but they weren't playing like the team we were capable of seeing them play so far this season. So look for Christ School to try and clean that up on the offensive end. Just minutes away here as Christ School will take on Charlotte Country Day. Like we said, a rematch of the state championship game in Division I for NCISAA. Both teams looking for a huge victory to take them to the state championship. Winner will face the winner of Providence Day and Charlotte Latin. And Charlotte Latin actually had a huge upset win of number 3 ranked Durham Academy. So if Charlotte Country Day were to win, the game would probably be at Providence Day. But if Charlotte Latin were to win, Charlotte Country Day has a chance to host the state championship. So big game for both teams heading into what looks like to be a fantastic day. We were looking at the forecast all day, and it said nothing but rain at game time. I'm looking outside, and I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like the rain may hold off at least for the first half, which would be great for both sides. All right, just minutes away here in Asheville. Greenies will be in white, Charlotte Country Day in green. Just want to take a brief second to recognize the Christ School golf team, who for the last 2 days has been playing in Pinehurst, North Carolina. They took home a runner-up finish here in the state championship. Very tough course, the famous Pinehurst number 8. And we had 2 Greenies finishing all state, including Carson Owenby, who finished tied for 4th, and freshman Andrew Graham finished tied for 8th. So congratulations to those guys on a fantastic season. 6 guys named all conference, winning the conference championship for, I think it's been about 12 years in a row now, but great job by them and great job by head coach Eric Thorpe to get it done. Cannon School finished -3 overall as a team on a ridiculously difficult course. I believe their 4th state championship in a row. So congratulations to them for getting it done in consecutive years.
But back to the game, Coach Long. What are you expecting most from each of these teams?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, I know that Christ School comes in hoping to have the opportunity to host the state championship once again. But when I was talking to the seniors this week, senior captains, one of the things that I asked them was, you know, how do you look at this game? Big game here, just 48 minutes away from another potential state championship berth 3 years in a row. And they said, you know what? We're just going to take it one game at a time. Charlotte Country Day is not to be overlooked. They've had a great season, 16-7, and they said they're going to have to play their best in order to win here today. So I know some people might look at the last time they matched up and you know, that 16-goal differential. There were some injuries for Charlotte Country Day. Greenies played incredibly that day, but this is a new team. On the other side of the ball, Charlotte Country Day wants to get it done. They have a sour taste in their mouth from last year, and they want to come in here and have the opportunity to make the state championship themselves. So look for both teams to play hard, to play hungry, and both teams to try and get it done.
As Jack McLaughlin gets things started with the face-off win, and Christ School now going to attempt to clear.
Yeah, center of the field, that was Spencer Dyer. And there will be an early turnover for Christ School. So a little bit of pressure shown there by Charlotte Country Day. They get the job done defensively.
Yeah, and there's no question both teams are a little nervous coming into this matchup, especially with the recent history between the two teams.
Yeah, look for some early jitters from both teams. But at the end of the day, these guys have been playing lacrosse for as long as they can remember. So I'm sure both teams will settle down into their offense as we see Country Day will get their first opportunity to settle it down and play some 6-on-6 lacrosse. On the near side now, that's Phelps Thomas. We talked about him in the opening. Fantastic player for the Bucks. He will be guarded today by Alex Byron. All right, so that turnover there. A near miss, but it was by Jarrett Bell. Now we have Hunter Vines running full speed, and he will get it to Davis Lindsay, who is able to score. Great job there. Great skip pass by Hunter Vines, able to get it to Davis Lindsay, the sophomore for Christ School, and an early goal scored in transition. And Will, one of the things that Christ School does so well is scoring in transition, moving the ball, being unselfish, and we see it there early.
So McLaughlin will be taking the face against number 35, Fewen, for Country Day, the long stick midi. As McLaughlin wins it again and gets the ground ball. Bo Hegemovich doing a great job of clearing the ball, as Will McNichols now will find Hunter Vines, and he'll get a touch.
Yeah, matching up against Hunter Vines is Connor Fewen. Fewen, thank you. Appreciate it. Big matchup today for the Greenies and for Country Day. We'll see how that matchup goes as we head on. Missed shot attempt there by Davis Lindsay, but we will have Jack Harrison on the far side. Now behind the cage, we'll take it out and restart possession.
Jack Harrison now, he finds himself an early goal. The former Country Day Buck now is on the scoreboard, making that a 2-0 lead for Christ School very early on here in the first quarter, just under 10 minutes left. Jack Harrison unassisted at 9:58.
So first face-off win there for the Bucks. Looking to get on the scoreboard as 2 early goals from Christ School. And that is Phelps Thomas with a fantastic shot, stinging corners, Will. And we talked about him in the opening. He is a great player for Country Day. He scored the game-winning goal on Saturday. And so expect him to be able to answer often as he plays with confidence and physicality, and he has a lot of speed. So it looks like on the transition for Country Day that Christ School just seemed to lose Phelps Thomas, and he is able to put it home. So great job by Country Day to get a goal back just about 30 seconds after Christ School puts their second on the board.
As McClawhorn doing a great job communicating with Hunter Vines to win that faceoff. Hunter Vines steps in the crease, so now Country Day transitioning the ball. Phelps Thomas again, couldn't handle it, and Marcus Berger's going to pick up the loose ball.
Yeah, it looked like he had a chance to get a shot off if he had caught it. He probably saw a wide-open opportunity and just wasn't able to corral it. So missed opportunity for Country Day. Lucky for Christ School that they're able to get away there with no shot attempt. And we'll see Christ School slow it down, settle in here for a 6-on-6 opportunity.
So in the midfield for Christ School, you have number 10, Phillip Hodges, number 18, Coles Manning, and number 21, Hunter Vines. And it looks like Country Day is going to try to lock Hunter Vines to start this game. That's going to be Fewen locking him behind X.
Great save there by the goalie. That's number 1, Bendon Slomka. All right, I will get better as we go on that name. Shot attempt just above GLE there for Davis Lindsay. Ricochets off the post. Vines will restart it. You know, if they're going to lock Vines off, one of the things that you're going to have to take care of if you're Country Day is how do you stop him when he restarts possession. As Zach Grindy's shot saved again by Slomka. So 2 back-to-back saves for Country Day. Great job by Bendon to take care of those.
And miscommunication there, just a mishap. That was number 30, Patrick Dellinger. So Christ School now with possession. That's Zach Grindy, but Dellinger gets it back. He's going the other way.
Yeah, great job by Dellinger there to clean up his previous mistake. And he does a good job of getting a touch for Country Day.
That's number 2, LaFar with the ball. He's going to be guarded by number 27, Max Bree, which will be a good matchup to watch as the game progresses.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Taylor LaFar, just a freshman for Country Day. Max Bree, a senior. So that'll be a great matchup to see. 2 excellent midfielders for both teams. Tough move there by Phelps Thomas. He is tough to guard. Good slide there by Spencer Dyer to lock him off from going low, but able to get topside there was Phelps Thomas. Shot attempt goes just wide.
Christ School doing a good job staying with the double. That was Byron and Dyer. They stayed with it, and that's what you want if you're Christ School and if you're Coach Frazier, you teach him to stay with the double, keep the pressure, and make it hard for him to either get a shot or a pass.
So with the ball right now, that's Hunter Engels behind the cage. We talked about him in the opening. Makes a tough pass across the face of the cage, not able to be handled. Now we see McNichols to Philip Hodges. So we've mentioned it a couple times in the past week, but Philip Hodges, no stranger to big goals, and he actually scored the first goal for Christ School in the state championship last week. So expect to see Philip Hodges play well today. Has some comfortability with this defense, and we're going to miss him as he graduates next year. Excuse me, graduates in just 5 days from now. That's Zach Grindy able to get past the defender. He's able to score. And you need guys like Zach Grindy to stretch the defense. And it was his ability to score anywhere on the field. As you see, big goal for Christ School. And they lead 3-1. 5 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first quarter. So big goal from Grindy to answer the Country Day goal by Phelps Thomas.
Yeah, and the second slide for Country Day right there came late. And that's going to be a problem, especially if you tend to lock off a player. You're going to have a further slide to come. And so Country Day going to have to be aware of that going forward. They're going to keep locking Hunter Vines.
Yeah, you're right. You know, here's the conflict if you're the Bucks defense. When you have to guard guys like Harrison, Lindsay, and Vines, you know, they all complement each other so well. What are you going to do if you decide to lock off Lindsay and Vines? You know, the other guys are going to have a tough time with the remaining offensive players. So it'll be interesting to see what Country Day does. They're normally a man-to-man team. We've seen them in man-to-man so far this game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them continue to do that. Hard to see what happened there, but we will have a flag down. Let's see what the call was. I don't believe it was a goal, but there will be a flag.
It'll be on number 7, Will McNichols, a push. So that would be a 30-second technical. Christ School will go man down.
So first chance for Country Day, first EMO situation for them. Let's see how they're able to handle this. We see on offense right now, that's Jared Bell at the top. We see 16, Graham Mitchell, who takes the shot. He'll score. Had a lot of room. The slide came late. And the Bucks will score, making it 3-2. So good opportunity there for Country Day to get back within one goal, and they do it as we see a great goal from number 16, Graham Mitchell. And the Greenies lead is cut to 1. So good job there by Country Day to take advantage of the opportunity they were given. And, you know, Will, one of the things we've mentioned pretty much in every opening except for this game today is that one of the Achilles heels of Christ School is their penalties. We saw against, actually they only had 3 losses this year, Salesianum, Weddington, and for some reason the third one is escaping me right now, but in all of those games they had some penalties that made it difficult for them to stay on top, and it looks like first opportunity for Country Day, they're able to take advantage.
Yeah, that third loss was against Westminster, and in all 3 of those games, Christ School averaged, I believe, 5 penalties. That's definitely a problem, especially going down on man down. Christ School, honestly, this whole season has barely given up any goals on 6v6 defense. They've been phenomenal, and that's because of players like Byron, Bree, Hekimovic, Dyer, and all of those guys. As Hunter Vines now.
Yeah, Hunter Vines was right in front of the goal, unable to convert. It looks like right as he was shooting, his stick got slapped. So would have been a good opportunity for Christ School, as we see his second-line midfielder, Sean Dow, just a freshman. He has room. Slide comes late, and it looks like great job by number 42. That's Sean Krupa, excuse me. So good job by him to get the steal there. Great defense there by Sean Dow, and they're going to call the ball off on him, but nonetheless, good defense as Krupa had what looked like an open lane, at least to start the transition. Sean Dow shut it down, so good job by Christ School to get back. As we see with the ball, the last goal scorer, Graham Mitchell, on the far side of the field, being guarded by senior Luke Brzezinski. So great start so far from the Bucks. That's Hunter Engel to Phelps Thomas. Good dodge, but even better save from Hekimovic, much needed, as the momentum was definitely shifting in favor of the Bucks, who had been playing some great defense. That's number 12, Marcus Berger, taking it across. So, Will, so far here in the early going, what are you seeing from the defense of Country Day that has seemed to stymie the impressive offense of Christ School?
I think Christ School, they realized Country Day was going to throw a different defense at them, maybe a zone, maybe a man. I don't think they really expected for them to lock Hunter, so I think they're still trying to adjust to him being locked off, as he's sort of the engine to the offense. He starts everything, really every dodge, and initiates that. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust. But as of now, they're still trying to figure out how fast these slides are coming. And so far, we've noticed that 2 of the 3 goals, one came on transition, the other 2 are unassisted. So really, this isolation play for Christ School has proved beneficial. But later in the game, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, one of the things that I'm seeing defensively is that whoever has the ball, they're pretty much locking off all of the guys. They're at least making the catch difficult, which is making life so far difficult for the Christ School offense. You know, right there you saw a couple players trying to bring the ball. You saw Marcus Berger trying to bring the ball across midfield, and the Bucks are doing a good job of matching up on each guy and making the defender bring the ball all the way up the field. So while they are locking off Vines, making life hard for him, they're also making things tough for the other offensive players as well. So we'll see what Coach Miles draws up here in the off the timeout. So that's Zach Grindy to Sean Dow, second line midfielder in. Jack Harrison, one-on-one play. And once again, what are they going to call here? It looks like they're going to call just a normal foul there on the Bucks. But once again, you saw an isolation opportunity for Christ School. But I think, as the game goes on, I think those opportunities, trying to beat your man one-on-one, is going to eventually wear on the team. And I think they're doing some things that are a little uncharacteristic of what we normally see from the Christ School offense. We see some guys trying to score in isolation. It's kind of the Houston Rockets, so to speak, of lacrosse right now. And normally they're more of a Golden State Warriors type of offense, where they're sharing the ball, being unselfish. And I hope that they realize that with a couple of these early turnovers that we've seen so far, they get back to what they do best, and that's sharing the ball.
Yeah, I don't know about the analogy, but you're right. Coach Miles mentioned earlier this week, you've got to move the ball. You've got to play Christ School lacrosse, and that's sharing the ball. And, I mean, when Christ School makes 6 or 7 passes a possession, and most of the time they'll end up with 80% of the goals assisted. That's always a good sign. It's Zach Grindy now.
Yeah, good pass attempt there. Good pass from Coles Manning. Nearly gets Christ School a shot opportunity. Zach Grindy with a dodge. He puts it up, no good. But Christ School will remain with possession.
Christ School outnumbering Country Day's shot ratio 2-1, but none of these shots are on cage, and that's another thing Coach Miles mentioned. Every shot has to be a good one on cage, as Hunter Vines about lost it, made defenders fall, shoots and scores. Yeah. Hunter Vines doing it all right there for Christ School.
Yeah, Hunter Vines with a good dodge. He had a step. That's a goal, 4-2, Greenies lead, and third unassisted goal. But, you know, we've seen it all year. We've seen it actually for a couple years. Hunter Vines is difficult to stop when he has the ball, and, you know, that's one of the things that Country Day has been trying to do is keep the ball out of his stick. Unfortunately, unable to do it there. Greenies now lead by 2. But every time, Will, they've gotten that 2-goal advantage, Country Day has been able to answer. So we'll see what happens here as we have McLawhorn. And I can't see who that is taking the face-off.
It'll be Fewen again for the Bucks, and he's done a great job so far slowing McLawhorn down from the face-off spot. As Marcus Berger doing a great job lifting and getting the win for Christ School.
Yeah, good job by Marcus Berger to set up the 6-on-6 here. He'll give the ball to Hunter Vines. Coming in with Vines, we'll see Manning and Hodges.
And Vines making a careless pass right there. Forces a turnover, just carelessness right there by Christ School, and now the Bucks are going to get a chance on offense late in this first quarter.
Long carry there by Owen Hunter. Just 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. And good job there, good defense by Spencer Dyer to get back and stop any shot opportunity for Country Day. And at the end of the first, we will see Greenies leading Country Day 4-2 in this semifinal of the NCISAA playoffs. So we'll be back shortly with more lacrosse. All right, we're back with second quarter action here. McLawhorn versus Fewen. It looks like, McLawhorn's won a couple of these face-offs so far, but a lot of the guys on Christ School and Charlotte Country Day for that matter have had some difficulty holding on to the ball. As a great skip pass from Byron to McNichols. And Grindy will get a touch for Christ School. So that's Lindsay on the near side in the corner with the ball. We'll get it to Coles Manning. And I would imagine, Will, that in the during that brief intermission, Coach was saying, look, we got to settle down. We got to make good passes to one another and stop going with so much isolation. And already so far in this possession, I believe that's the 8th pass so far. So let's see what Christ School is able to do with a more conscious effort to get a lot of guys involved.
No, I like what Coach Miles is doing here as Coles Manning finds the back of the net.
Yeah, on cue, Coles Manning able to score. And when you're able to move the defense like that, you're going to get some good shot opportunities. So good job there by Coles Manning after some excellent ball movement from from all players on the offensive end.
But what I was going to say before Cole scored was I like what Coach Miles did. He put Hunter. He saw that Hunter was getting locked. He pushed him to the crease. And what that does is it allows the guys behind X to still play a two-man game, but then that first slide's coming from crease. And so that allows Hunter to even get some open opportunities.
And that's going to be a penalty on Hunter Vines. It looks like it is going to be a hit to the head.
So it's going to be a cross-check on Hunter Vines. He'll be serving 1 minute. And that'll give Country Day another opportunity, man up. That's Christ School's second penalty this game.
Yeah, you're right, Bucks were able to convert on the first pretty quickly in just a 30-second penalty. We'll see what they're able to do with a full minute. Vines will be released at 9:39, so let's see if Hagen Brooks, Max Bree, Alex Byron, Berger, and McNichols are able to kill this penalty for Christ School. Almost an unfortunate turnover there by Country Day, able to get it back. And a deep shot there by Jarrett Bell. I felt like that was a little early. But we will have a Gilman clear here by Bo Hekimovich to get rid of it. But now we got a transition opportunity. That's Graham Mitchell to the freshman Taylor LaFar.
10 seconds left on the penalty. Christ School just has to hold it a little longer. And Brzezinski will release for Christ School as LaFar takes a deep shot, goes over. And Christ School did a great job right there killing that penalty. Brzezinski on Bell as he passes it to LaFar at the top of the key.
Good defense there by Max Bree, and he'll get the ball, but they're going to call a – looks like they're going to call a hold. Hold on. We're waiting for an official call here. Yeah, so it was going to be the player that fell on the ground was holding the ball. Now we got a transition opportunity, 3-on-2. That's Zach Grindy unable to get a hold of it, but able to force a turnover there from Peter Dillinger. So good job there by Grindy to get the ball back. Greenies leading 5-2. That's Davis Lindsay with a spinning shot attempt, no good. Greenies will restart possession with Harrison.
Yeah, Coach Miles was not a fan of that shot right there, as it was a wild attempt by Davis Lindsay, but Christ School nonetheless did a great job defensively. Now they're going to have an opportunity to add to this 3-goal lead here with Dodenhoff in, as well as Vines and Dow in the midfield.
Davis always dangerous behind the cage, but he will nearly turn it over.
Hunter Vines now gets the ball, gets lifted as he shoots, but Davis Lindsay and Jack Harrison behind the cage to recover. Good lift there by Fewen.
Yeah, so defensively we see Dillinger, we see Will Martin, Thomas Shields, and Nick Kleider.
Sean Dow picks up the ground ball, finds Davis Lindsay open, and Davis Lindsay about shot it but passed it to Harrison.
Good pick there by Hunter Vines, and Jack Harrison is able to take advantage. He scores. Good offense for Christ School after a couple of toughly handled passes. Jack Harrison able to put one home for Christ School. 6-2, 7:35 remaining here in the first half.
McClawhorn wins the clamp. Can't get the ground ball. But Country Day released early, so Christ School, fortunately, will win the face-off. And Marcus Berger will take it up for the Greenies.
Yeah, not sure what's going on here for both teams. It feels like, we've had quite a few mishandled passes. It could be jitters. Things have seemed to settle down a little bit. We're not seeing Country Day's full press as they showed early. But offensively, we have Dodenhoff, who has the ball right now at the top. Good move by him. Tried to bounce that one in.
Davis Lindsay behind X. And the slide was late for Country Day, so Davis Lindsay, he makes that 7 for Christ School. Ups the lead to 5 with just over 6.5 minutes in the second quarter still. Christ School adding to the lead, doing a great job, and that all starts at the face-off spot.
Yeah, you're right. No, they got to keep this going. But one of the things that'll be important is this momentum here in the last couple minutes. They want to go into the half with at least a 5-goal lead, hopefully lengthening that to more. But on the other end, the defense for Christ School has done a great job of limiting the Bucks here in the last couple of minutes. I don't know if they've gotten a true shot attempt, and a lot of that starts with McLawhorn, and a hold is going to be called on the Bucks. So once again, Christ School will get the ball with the opportunity to score. We see Philip Hodges and Manning coming in for Christ School. Greenies has spent a lot of time on defense in the last couple minutes, so good thing here from the offense to slow things down, give the defense a chance to rest while putting some pressure on the Bucks defense. That's Jack Harrison. They're going to call a moving pick on Hunter Vines. Turnover by the Bucks. That's Davis Lindsay with the shot attempt, goes just wide. Vine's able to get the ball behind the cage. Will orchestrate the offense from there. Good dodge there, but better defense there by Connor. And all right, so can't quite tell what's happening. Looks like
it was a push with possession as Zach Greenies was in the crease, but Christ School will keep the ball with just under 5.5 minutes now in the second quarter.
Philip Hodge is now with the ball, the lone lefty for the attack. And Christ School will turn it over. Good defense there by number 8. That's Reese Ryan.
Yeah, not the best time for Coles Manning to face Dodge at the top of the key with a man on him, as Country Day is going to be forced to call a timeout with just 5 minutes in the second quarter. Having trouble clearing the ball so far today, several failed clears. That's led to a lot of fast break opportunities for Christ School.
Yeah, there have been a lot of transition opportunities for Christ School, a lot of shot opportunities as well. They're nearing the 20 mark in terms of shot opportunities. They've converted 7, but I feel like there's been a lot of wayward shots for Christ School, not really taking their time, but also good job by the Bucks defense. I feel like there's been a couple times here where they've gotten some good stick pokes. They've knocked the ball away right as Christ School is going to score. So defense doing all that they can right now to keep Christ School off the board, but they're going to need to be able to clear the ball to give guys like Phelps Thomas and Hunter Engel and Owen Hunter and these guys chances to score. And we'll look to see what they're able to do here in the last 5 minutes, as they'd like to shorten this lead a bit.
And Jack Harrison's going to be called for a penalty. Looks like it's going to be a slash or a hold. We'll find out here in a minute, but Country Day is going to get opportunity for free play.
So that's Jarrett Bell with the ball. Pass it behind the cage. Good pass attempt there.
Yeah, mishandled by number 15, Owen Hunter.
Yeah, good opportunity there for the Bucks. Made a great cut, did Owen. Unfortunately, unable to hang on, but another man-up opportunity for Country Day. 1 of 2 on the game. We'll see if Christ School is able to kill this penalty as they did the last. But good opportunity for the Bucks as we see Graham Mitchell with the ball there at the top. They took a shot early in the penalty last time. I would be surprised to see if they don't work for a great shot here. Graham Mitchell over to number 15, Owen Hunter. Couldn't handle the last pass, but he does on this one. And he had time, and he converts for Country Day. Big goal for them. Able to convert now 2 of 3 on the game in man-up opportunities. So exactly what the doctor ordered for Country Day. 7-3. Greenies lead.
McClawhorn wins the clamp, trying to get it out. A mess for the ground ball. Max Bree somehow comes up with it, but then loses it, and now Fewen has it.
Big possession here for the Bucks if they can score 2 consecutive goals. Early. Hold on. Looks like a timeout called by Country Day. Looks like a kind of an early timeout, and man, I feel like Connor had a chance there to score, gotten past the defender, but nonetheless, with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the first half, Greenies lead Charlotte Country Day 7-3 in the semifinal. Winner will play on Saturday against the winner of Providence Day and Charlotte Latin. That's Phelps Thomas with the ball.
And Alex Byron going to be called for a push after he stripped him. Country Day going to get a second chance now on offense. James Lilly in now for Spencer Dyer. As Phelps Thomas had an open look after Alex Byron had the slide, but aims high. So Country Day now with the third chance.
Good defense there by Berger on Mitchell. Mitchell scored one of the 3 goals for the Bucks. So important matchup here as a great move there by Mitchell. Unfortunately, his bounce attempt goes over the goal. Great defensive play by Byron there. Great hustle by both teams. And that's Jarrett Bell who makes the pass before going over and back. Owen Hunter with the ball. But a nice, no, and they're going to call another unfortunate, I'm not even going to say unfortunate penalty for Christ School. That was a bad penalty for Christ School, as after he had released the ball, he gets knocked down, and they will have a 1-minute penalty. So, 4th penalty for Christ School. They were able to kill the last 2. Excuse me, the last one. But big opportunity for Country Day as the Greenies have been held off the scoreboard for the last couple minutes here. So, important 2 minutes and 28 seconds for both teams. We'll see what Country Day is able to do here.
And Max Bree doing a great job.
Yeah, fast break opportunity now. That's Hagan Brooks over to Zach Grindy. Grindy over to Davis Lindsay with the dodge. He'll shoot. He will score. Great goal. That is how you execute on a transition opportunity. Good job. Good unselfish play by Grindy. Felt like he had a chance to score, but he finds the even more open Davis Lindsay, who makes a great face dodge, able to score. And he'll score, able to make a great move, and he will score to make it 8-3. So not only will the penalty still going, but they were able to score on a man-up opportunity for the Bucks. So big play.
Yeah, a little 5-hole action as well. Davis Lindsay doing a great job just making sure to finish that shot. Christ School still man down for about 37 more seconds as Sean Dow wins the faceoff against Fewen.
Yeah, great job there by Sean Dow. These face-offs are going to be huge for Christ School. With McLaughlin and Sean Dow's ability to win face-off, they're able to give the defense rest and really take advantage of some potentially tired legs for the Greenies defense.
Yeah, and Christ School now just going to kill the penalty. 10 seconds left. As Davis Lindsay's just going to take it to the corner. So a really impressive job there by Sean Dow. Really crucial play as well because Christ School have been man down for about another 30 seconds.
Yeah, both face-off guys for the Greenies have done well so far. So we see Davis Lindsay behind the cage. Dangerous place. His shot attempt will go over the cage, but Greenies will keep possession. That's Hunter Vines with the shot attempt. All right, goal.
Yeah, a little anticlimactic. Most people didn't see it go in, but Hunter Vines, that's what happens when you give him the ball and you try to lock him. So what Christ School does a great job of that, as well as the other players on the team, the other attackmen recognize that you can take a shot, a possession shot. So what most players will do is they'll aim close on target to goal and shoot it, and they'll put Hunter Vines behind X and let him just restart the possession. And so he did a great job there.
Yeah, difficult for any defender, at least so far that we've seen this season, to stay in front of Vines. And when he's at full speed, he is difficult to stop. And he was able to get a step there and score for Christ School as we see another face-off win. And a timeout will be called from Coach Miles. So 51 seconds left, 9-3 in favor of Christ School. We will be back shortly.
So Davis Lindsay's going to start the fast break. Excuse me, not fast break, but the clear for Christ School. As he gets it across the midfield line. 45 seconds left. Greenies are going to have to go quick. They'll probably settle for one shot, maybe two if they can get the first one off quickly. Country Day is going to pack it in and make sure the slides come early as Zach Grinning now has the ball.
Yeah, matchup there. Gets a buck defender, does a good job of forcing him to get rid of it. Near turnover there on the near side.
15 seconds now. Coles Manning, he's going to drive down the alley. Finds Davis Lindsay, who gets doubled, gets pushed, and a penalty with 3 seconds left in the first half. It's going to be a hold on Country Day. So Christ School's obviously going to hold it for these last 3 seconds, go into the third quarter man up.
Yeah, so Will, forgive me for not knowing. So if they hold the ball here for the next 3 seconds going into the second half, they will be man up. Okay. Yeah, we saw a situation like that earlier in the year where at the end of the third quarter we took a shot from way too far out and didn't have a chance to really take advantage of that man-up opportunity. But anyway, heading into the halftime, Christ School leads Charlotte Country Day 9-3. So good early couple of minutes, or excuse me, late couple of minutes there by Christ School to tack on 2 goals and take the lead up to 6. Will, what do you feel like Christ School has done well in the first half to get this 6-goal lead?
Well, really in the second quarter especially, they started taking much higher percentage shots, getting in close. They've been doing a great job getting around crease, and they've done great. The attack has done great all year, especially at this, getting around crease, causing a slide to come, and dishing it out. And especially when you have those 3 attackmen and Hunter Vines all get on the stat sheet, you know it's a good sign. So Christ School offensively stepped it up the second quarter, especially as well defensively. They've just been great, except for those 4 penalties. I mean, defense, they've let in 1 goal off of 6v6.
Yeah, defense doing a great job here. And, you know, we talked about it in the opening. Charlotte Country Day came back from scored 6 unanswered goals in their game against Ravenscroft to get them here to the semifinals. So one of the things that Christ School can't do is rest on their laurels, because Country Day will do everything that they can to get back in this game. So Christ School leads by 6, 24 minutes to play. Winner heads on to the state championship game to face the winner of Providence Day and Charlotte Latin, and that game starts at 7 p.m. So we won't know who the winner of this game will face, but we'll be back in a few minutes bringing you the second half here on the Christ School Broadcast Network.
The primary job at Christ School is to develop a young man and his future. Coming to a school like this, they get to be the captain of their own ship. They get to make choices that have benefits. Learning to do business with adults and being their own self-advocate, I don't know if there's anything more important than that.
Yeah, relationships are at the core of what we do. We don't want people to just be passengers throughout this entire experience. We want them to be drivers.
When my son came as a 9th grader, it was kind of normal. You met your teacher on the first day of class. But after you've been here a year, it's so wonderful, because by the time you go into, let's say, 10th grade and you go to see your teachers for the first time, you've already probably either had them as a coach or had meals with them in the dining hall.
I think that the relationship with teachers, especially from my experience, is just really close. So it's small classes, really intimate with the teacher. Even during extra help or after school, you can schedule meetings or even just show up.
I came to Christ School this year, so it's just been really supportive. Everybody's been like really nice, and I've already met a lot of people. I can go someplace and all of the teachers know my name, which is just a great experience that you can't get in a lot of places.
Each boy comes here with a narrative, with experiences, with quirks, with a sense of humor. We like that. What we want to do is to develop that. So at graduation, I've got an 18-year-old boy crossing the stage that's fully engaged and fully functional and ready for the next step in his life.
The way the teachers teach, totally boy-centered, because they know through research that boys like a louder voice. They like a teacher that's moving around the room. The boys want to interact with the teacher.
I've gotten into things, digital photography, like that I wouldn't usually do at home or at another school.
The course load is difficult in a way, but you have people who can support you and help you through it.
The Christ School campus is located in a very unique area. We're 8 miles from downtown Asheville and all the amenities that they offer. But more importantly, we have these 500 pristine acres where a boy can be a boy. If he wants to run through the woods, if he wants to fish, if he wants to ride his mountain bike through the 5 miles of cut trails, this is just an awesome venue
For boys, it's a dream world here in the mountains with so many outdoor adventure sports all around that they can get to quickly, but at the same time to have what downtown Asheville offers with all of the arts and the different activities, it's just a perfect location for this school.
There's a bond here, there's a brotherhood where they watch each other's backs, they support each other, whether it's on the stage in drama, whether it's on the football field, whether it's on a community service trip. There is a special camaraderie here that you can only really experience if you come and see it and meet our young men. It is one of the most impressive things, and the thing that I'm probably most proud of here at Christ School.
So there will be no face to start this second half. Christ School will start off with the ball in man up. As this is Christ School's first man-up opportunity, and Sean Dow takes a shot, but a great save by Country Day's keeper and number 24, Nick Kleiderer, with the ground ball. So the penalty is released, but Dyer doing a great job to intercept that pass. And Christ School's coming the other way. Jack Harrison to Hunter Vines to add to the lead. Transition offense for Christ School at its finest. In Christ School, the Greenies, they strike first in the second half to make it a 7-goal lead. That's Vines' third goal on the day. And Jack Harrison's first assist. McClawhorn wins the faceoff for the Greenies. And Hunter Vines tried to go back-to-back, but that shot is saved. And the Buccaneers keeper was out of the goal as Davis Lindsay now finds himself inside, and he shoots and scores. So miscommunication there by the Bucks. Davis Lindsay capitalizes. So 2 goals for the Greenies within a minute 26 seconds. 20 seconds in the third quarter. And they're up 8. So the Buccaneers win the faceoff, and they'll get their first possession of the second half. It's going to be Bell, guarded by Vines. About knocked in by McNichols, but Dyer picks up the loose ball. And Alex Byron finds himself on the fast break. He's going to slow things down for Christ School as he gets a touch. And Zach Grindy going to move it around. Finds Davis Lindsay.
Yeah, once again, we're going to see Graham Mitchell trying to take out Hunter Vines, or keep him from getting an easy pass.
Hunter Vines now behind X, comes around, shoots, is saved.
Yeah, good save there by number 1, Bendon Lomka. We got a turnover. Christ School able to get it back. That's Will McNichols, who's done very well for Christ School here today. That's Sean Dow at full speed. Gives it up to Davis Lindsay. Davis Lindsay puts it home. Great pass there by Sean Dow over the defender. Davis Lindsay able to put it home. Greenies now lead 12-3, so very quick start for the Greenies of Christ School. And one of the things that we were talking about, Will, during the break is how important these first few minutes would be for both teams. Either Christ School could put a couple goals up and try and lengthen that lead, which they've done, or the Bucks would be able to get back into the game. And unfortunately for Charlotte Country Day, Greenies have had some good opportunities so far, and a lot of that has come from the excellent face-off man, Jack McLawhorn. So they're going to call there's a flag down, and that will be a delay of game.
It's going to be a delay of game on number 12, Marcus Berger. Threw the ball away after Country Day was trying to get the restart. So another careless penalty for Christ School. That's the 5th of the game, which is unbelievable just here early on in the third quarter.
Yeah, Greenies done a good job so far to kill quite a few of those penalties. In fact, they scored on one of them before killing the penalty, but look for Country Day to get a great shot opportunity.
Number 16, Graham Mitchell, wide open. They finally find him as he passes to Phelps Thomas.
Dangerous pass there from Thomas. May have been deflected. No, that will be a turnover on the Bucks. Alex Byron will flip it up to Luke Brzezinski.
And Christ School gets a touch. And now they will try to kill the penalty, but they turn it over, but Jack Harrison's there to scoop it up. Davis Lindsay somehow intercepted the pass, but then turns it over, and Country Day is going to continue the clear.
That's number 43, Holden Bob with the ball. Able to give it up to Phelps Thomas. Here's that matchup we've been looking at today, Alex Byron versus Phelps Thomas. It's Russell Tabor with the ball. So we see number 22, that's Sam Davis. First time we've seen him today. And number 20, Jake Davis. Two midfielder seniors for Country Day. That shot attempt is good. Number 41, Hunter Engel, played tough for the Bucks in their first round matchup. Playing tough here today. Great goal there as he's able to bounce it in through the legs of Bo Hekimovich. And Country Day gets a much needed goal with some new faces in the game for the Bucks. We saw Jake and Sam Davis and Conrad Vassallo.
Sean Dow won the clamp, and Hunter Vines gets the ground ball. Now he's on the attack as Country Day doing a great job sending the slide early.
Yeah, great slide there by Holden Bob. And looks like Max Bree will check off. A little injured for the Greenies. Hopefully he's all right. That's number 9, Will Martin, with the ball in the corner. He'll get rid of it. Great pass there. And good carry there and pass by Connor Faywin, who gets the ball to Phelps Thomas.
So a hold on Country Day leads Christ School to get the ball. And Marcus Berger finally picks up the ground ball, passes it to Davis Lindsay, who shoots, scores. That is his 6th goal of the game. Davis Lindsay from Marcus Berger with just 5 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. Hagan Brooks gets the ground ball, finds Zach Grindy, but they're going to stop play for Jack McLaughlin, who looked like he got hit in the head maybe, but nonetheless, he's going to get off the field. Christ School's going to have possession.
Yeah, things getting a little bit physical here. As we mentioned in the opening, both these teams want to come and head to the state championship, and that things, might get a little bit physical. We've seen that a couple times. We've seen guys, Max Spree come off the field. He's back on now, and McLaughlin was hit there a second ago. So hopefully the referees can clean things up here with just over a quarter to play. Great move there by Philip Hodges, but that shot goes just wide.
Jack Harrison now with the ball behind X. Him and Davis Lindsay both starting behind X, and this is what we've seen quite a few times this season.
That shot good by Coles Manning. Had number 10, Thomas Shields, draped all over him, but able to get it in the top corner there. Puts it past Bendon Slomka, and the Greenies take a 14-4 lead with 4:29 left in the third quarter. Great goal there by Coles Manning to give the Greenies a 10-goal advantage.
Yeah, Greenies slowly taking control of this game. They've been dominant this second half, and I don't know exactly what Coach Miles told them at halftime, but they've been fantastic, as a couple of tripped up players at the face-off spot, but Christ School's going to win that as well. And you got to give a lot of credit to 2 of those guys, Jack McLaughlin and Sean Dow, who've been great from the face-off spot, dominating really as a team. They've been 14 of 19 so far.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why we pay attention to these face-offs. If you watch McLaughlin, in just a quick second, he's able to get the clamp, pops it up, and he's off to the races. So huge momentum, changer for the Greenies if they're able to win such a high percentage of face-offs. So great job by guys like McLaughlin and Sean Dow to get the job done. That's Jack Harrison with a great individual move. He'll get pushed into the crease, and they're going to call a push. And that will be a 30-second penalty for the Bucks.
Yeah, Harrison doing a great job getting inside, positioning. I believe that was on Dellinger, and so did a great job forcing him to either let him shoot or push him in the back and force a missed shot.
So we'll see some extra man offense from Christ School. That's Sean Dow, Zach Grindy, Hunter Vines, Davis Lindsay, Jack Harrison, and Philip Hodges. Just a few seconds left on this extra man offense. That's Grindy from deep. So good job by the Bucks to kill that extra man offense for the Greenies. That's Davis Lindsay with the ball.
He's got a shorty on him. That's number 32, Russell Tabor. And he takes advantage of that situation. Davis Lindsay going inside, find top right corner. Tough shot to save, but a great shot if you're an attackman.
Yeah, Davis Lindsay, what a game today. 7 goals already with over a quarter to play. He has been absolutely crucial for Christ School, the leading point getter on the team this year. He's able to get assists. He's able to get goals. He has been great. And to be honest, the athleticism of a midfielder, ability of attackman, he's fun to watch. Angles for most. He scores at angles for most that would seem to be impossible. But I have to say, Lindsay and the Greenies are at their best when he's able to move the ball and be aggressive like this. As a fantastic jumping save there by Bo Hekimovich. Point blank range for Phelps Thomas, unable to convert, and Greenies will go the other way.
No, great job by Phelps Thomas getting open with a great cut and a great shot. I mean, that's just one of Bo's specialties, those type of saves, 1v1. That's where we see him do the best, and that's what he's done all season. So, I mean, Phelps Thomas should not be upset with that play. It was just a great save.
Yeah, Greenies have done a good job so far this game limiting Thomas. We knew that was one of the big matchups, which is why they put Alex Byron on him. Phelps Thomas able to sneak in cut situations there we saw, and when he has the ball, he has great physicality and quickness. To limit him so far to just 1 goal, I believe, is a testament to the creating those matchups and making sure that we do all we can to know where the better players are for the Bucks offense. So great job by Alex Byron so far, but he'll have to continue to do that as we have 13 and a half minutes still remaining in this game. That's Will Shercliffe. Now Phelps Thomas with the ball. Here's that matchup we were just talking about.
Yeah. Alex Byers did a great job all afternoon with that matchup, and that's why Coach Miles put him on number 3 Phelps Thomas. And Coach Miles knew going into this that Christ School was going to have to keep the matchups that he had planned for them, and so far they've been great as Phelps Thomas hits the bar, but Country Day is going to restart possession with Owen Hunter.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Thomas name is a name that we are going to say consistently over the course of the next 2 years, as he is just a sophomore, very young attack group. Oh, as he is able to sneak that one past Bo Hekimovich into the top left corner. Nothing you can do there as a goalie. So as we're speaking about him, he gets it done and puts a goal on the scoreboard for Charlotte Country Day. So great job by Phelps Thomas.
A hold on Country Day is going to give Christ School the possession. Just about 30 seconds now. Christ School leads by 10. Hunter Vines with the ball. He's going to find Jack Harrison to Philip Hodges, who takes a shot. but misses. 22 seconds now, and Hunter Vines is going to restart it. So 10 seconds now.
Dodenhoff able to knock it away. That ball goes to Hunter Vines, and it looks like the quarter will end with a final score of 15-5. Big quarter for Christ School as they take that quarter 6-1 over Charlotte Country Day. So 12 minutes to play for the Greenies, looking to host the state championship if they come away with a victory. So let's see what happens these last 12 minutes for both teams, as we've had a good game here so far in Asheville. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the start of the fourth. Face-off win for McLawhorn has been real solid in the face-off circle this game. And they're going to call a push in the back penalty on Charlotte Country Day. Many of the Bucks upset with that call. But nonetheless, Greenies will be man up. So these last 12 minutes or so for Christ School, and actually including that last minute of the second quarter, have been big as the Greenies have outscored Charlotte Country Day 7-1. Now with an EMO opportunity here, looking to add to the lead. Good shot attempt there from Marshall McDill, but successful penalty killed by Charlotte Country Day. So good job by the Bucks. Saw good defense there by Will Martin and Russell Tabor, as well as Sean Koopa. So that's Alfred Letts for the Bucks, defending Philip Hodges. Good defense to make him give it up. And we'll see that matchup one more time here. But Philip Hodges will put that one home to give the Greenies an 11-goal lead. Good job there to successfully get past the Bucks defense. And he puts it low. And we'll see on defense now for the Greenies, number 28 from Asheville, North Carolina. That's Connor Thiel, as well as James Lilly from Houston, Texas. So Connor Thiel was brought up off the JV squad. They had their last game last weekend, so good to see him getting some minutes here for Christ School. Sean Dow with the face-off win. Great hustle from both teams here.
Yeah, no communication between either team, man ball. But Country Day and Phelps Thomas come up with it, and so they'll get a chance. Phelps is guarded by Spencer Dyer as he still manages to stay with the ball, but
yeah, dangerous pass here. That will be a diving save attempt, or diving save, excuse me, from Bo Hekimovich. Good job there to get the job done. Unfortunately, we'll have a turnover though, but great defense by Hekimovich as he had a one-on-one chance there. That's Graham Mitchell with the ball, being guarded by Luke Brzezinski, who's going to force him right. Graham able to go left, gives it up to Taylor LaFar. Good defense by Connor Thiel.
Great check right there. But then LaFar beats Thiel, takes a shot, misses, but Ingles behind the cage to back it up. So that's Bell with the ball. He finds LaFar, and LaFar's got space. Takes a shot.
Yeah, impressive shot there by Taylor LaFar, who is just a freshman for Charlotte Country Day. So we've mentioned quite a few times they got a young squad, young attack squad here with Phelps Thomas, Hunter Engel, just sophomores, Taylor LaFar, a freshman, and Jared Bell, who is a junior, will be returning next year for them. So quite a good group returning for Country Day. And Graham Mitchell, for that matter, the midfielder who scored a couple goals for Country Day. So they will have a good squad next year. And they continue to fight here as Sean Dow wins the faceoff and will get a touch before giving up to Phil Hodges. So we see Hudson Ford, Marshall McDill, Jack Harrison with the ball right now. Will Dodenhoff alongside Philip Hodges and Coles Manning for the Greenies. Coles' shot nearly scores, but that goes wide. Hudson Ford will restart possession. And with this group in, look to see Jack Harrison orchestrating the offense from behind the cage, taking that role that Lindsay normally does. So a penalty on number 20, Will Dodenhoff, with a trip. Greenies in there. It was that 7th penalty of the game. And another man-up situation for Charlotte Country Day. 7 minutes, 22 seconds remain. 10-goal game, 16-6. Greenies leading here That's Graham Mitchell there to Owen Hunter, to Engel, to Phelps. Also in with them, Jarrett Bell and Taylor LaFar. That first saved by Bo Hekimovich, but that second one will be bounced in. Good goal there from number 41, I believe, Hunter Engel. So back-to-back goals from Country Day, who are not going down without a fight here. So I just want to make a brief apology. We've been calling, number 30. We've been calling number 30 Peter Dellinger all game. It is Patrick Dellinger, and he's played some great lacrosse today. So sorry about that. As we have a player down for the Bucks. That's Connor Fewen. But it looks like he'll walk off under his own power. And we have a goalie change for Christ School. Checking into the game is number 30, the freshman, Sam Bree.
Yes, I am not.
Like I said, Sam, just a freshman from Montreal, Canada, joining us and joining his brother, a senior captain for Christ School, who's been with the Greenies since his sophomore year. So good to see Sam getting in. And, Will, we've spoken quite a few times throughout the season about how great the goalies are for Christ School. Not just Bo Hekimovich, but Sam Bree as well as Farrell Lale. So the Greenies have a young goalie crew, but a fantastic one at that. So look for Sam to come in and not miss a beat here in goal, as the Greenies lead with half of this last quarter to play. Good defense there by Hagen Brooks. And another player down. That's number 43, Holden Bob. Seems to be in pain. Not quite sure what happened there. But players will take a knee, and we'll be back here in a second.
Country Day is called for the moving pick. So Sam Bree now, he's going to find Marcus Berger streaking across the middle. He's going to take it and clear it himself. As he finds Coles Manning now guarded Spin move, thought about shooting, gets inside, switches to left, takes a wild shot. Coach Miles talking to Coles, telling him to slow it down. Still just under 5 minutes left on the clock. No need to force anything quickly, especially when you have a lead. Connor Fewen, number 35 for the Bucks, is back in the game. That's a good sign for them. The senior from Charlotte.
Also in the game for Christ School from Greensboro, North Carolina, is Jack DeBose. Great pass there by Coles Manning. But Hudson Ford finds himself in the crease. Dangerous pass there by Dillinger over the head of Hunter Engel. Lilly will restart possession, and he'll get the ball to Sam Bree, who turns it over right to Owen Hunter, who's able to put it home, the senior for Country Day. Just an uncharacteristic mistake there by Bree. But Greenies still lead 16-8 with just under 4 minutes remaining. So
Fewen doing a great job to get the ball out in front, but Hagen Brooks fighting for it. And Country Day's going to get the face-off win. As that's Dellinger now with the ball. Turns it over. Great job by Hagen Brooks, number 19 for Christ School. And Marcus Berger's coming the other way. Finds Hudson Ford, and Hudson's going to slow it down for the Greenies. Except for Dodenhoff, who comes through, tries to bounce that one in.
yeah, good dodge there by Dodenhoff. Had a good shot opportunity. Unfortunately, bounced over the goal. But now we see Jack DeBose with the ball. Gets it to Marshall McDill, the senior from Asheville, North Carolina. That shot deflected by the goalie, Bendon Slomka. So just under 3 minutes left. Greenies looking to return to the state championship for the third year in a row. 2 years ago, they fell to Ravenscroft 9-7. Last year, they beat Charlotte Country Day 18-2 in their first ever state championship win. And up 8 goals with 2:30 remaining. Pretty much safe to say that they will return for a third time, looking to face the winner of Providence Day and Charlotte Latin. So we haven't mentioned really outside of timeouts the name Coach Miles, Coach Jeff Miles, who started this program 17 years ago. And 4 years ago, they went to the semifinals, and now 3 consecutive finals appearances. So testament to him and his staff. We have Coach Iorio, Coach Kohlberg, Frazier, Roth, Donico, and Jamie Auk. So just a great job by those coaches to get the Greenies prepared for this playoff run. As we see number 23, Andrew King, in for Christ School, as well as Mike Peralta.
Now just a minute and a half left before Christ School will move on to the state championship game. Coach Long, what impressed you the most about this game?
You know, we saw some initial nerves, I think, from both teams. A lot of guys not really holding on to the ball. And I feel like we've really done a good job of slowing it down and taking our time. After we saw quite a few isolation plays at the beginning, the Greenies started to share the ball. And I think that's when we ultimately saw them take off. And on the other hand, I think we saw a great job, and we will continue to see a great job from the Charlotte Country Day offenses. That goal, back-to-back goals now scored by the senior Owen Hunter in what will be his last game in a Bucks uniform. But, we're looking at this team for next year, guys like Taylor LaFar and Phelps Thomas and Hunter Engel. They're going to return, and Jared Bell, they're going to return an explosive offensive group of players. And, we're going to see those guys for the next couple years. So Charlotte Country Day may have lost this game, but their fight and determination is obviously what will keep them going in years to come. So just all in all, I think, we looked at I also want to say great job by the face-off guys, Sean Dow and Jack McLaughlin, who gave Christ School quite a few opportunities. And lastly, one thing I think we need to look at for next week, on Saturday, is can the Greenies limit their penalties?
There's no question about that. 6 penalties on the day today, including 3 in the second quarter alone, is not going to cut it, especially with the pattern we've noticed in Christ School and the losses that they've had with the number of penalties, as Spencer Dyer tries to get the ground ball. 15 seconds left now on the clock. The Buccaneers with the last possession.
Yeah, it's Parks Hunter with the ball. Now it's number 37, Boyce Young. They're going to take a shot attempt. That will be saved by Max Bree, and that will do it. Greenies will head for the 3rd consecutive year to the state championship as they defeat Charlotte Country Day 16-9. Not the best game that we've seen from Christ School this year, but enough to get the job done. Good overall game plan from the coaching staff, and the Greenies heading to the state championship for the 3rd year. It's very exciting. Will, you've been here now for 4 years. You freshman through senior year. To see this program grow like this, what are your thoughts?
It's been great to watch, and especially for a lot of these guys who I've been with. I've been part of the varsity program for the past 4 years, just Hunter Vines and I have. And it's been awesome to watch new guys come in and see how they interact with the rest of the team. And Coach Miles does a great job as well, and the coaching staff. And it's honestly been a pleasure to be a part of, as well as just very enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned before, I came from a school in Houston that didn't have lacrosse. So to come here and watch these guys take care of business like they do, they're sporting a team GPA of 3.9. I mean, they're not just, Greenies on the field, but Greenies in the classroom, and a testament to just the overall program. So here we are with 1 game left to play, 1 game left for guys like Hunter Vines, Byron Brzezinski, Hodges, and Bree. So 1 more game, and we'll see who we face as in about 13 minutes, Providence Day and Charlotte Latin will face off, and we will be bringing you that game here once again for the Christ School Broadcast Network, and we're excited. We will let you know when that game is. I'm Bobby Long alongside Will Smoots, and thank you guys for watching, and thanks for listening.